This doesn't even deserve a captain's log, because this is serious. We're jumping right into the game. We are jumping right into the game that I was already playing. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the stream. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I have been very addicted to podcasts and documentaries about various lolcows while I play this game. So I'm going to hop right into it. I'm on my main right now. Still trying to get to level 60. So we're just going to leave him here. And then I will create my character for the Ironman challenge. So let me just make sure. Yep, I can hear myself on the phone. So last time I tried to stream, it was an absolute shit show because I was trying to get like chat on the screen and I was getting like weird echoing and feedback. So I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm not gonna be messing around. These are characters that I've been playing just to kind of get a feel for how things go. So I want to do... So the way Ironman works is you start the challenge at level 1. You could not have gained any experience. You cannot have used the auction house. You cannot have opened the mail. You basically like have to be a fresh character. You can have almost no interaction whatsoever. And then you can talk to an NPC to start one of the... There are a ton of challenges. Ironman's the easiest, but I've never done any of the challenges. I tried to do one that was harder, and it seemed impossible. So I'm going to start with this Ironman one. I need to go from level 1 to 60 once I start the challenge without dying a single time. I cannot... so there's two different versions of the Ironman. There's the normal Ironman, which is you are by yourself. And then there is Survivalist, which is Ironman with other Ironmen. So I can team up with other people as long as they are also survivalists. We'll see in a second that there are a ton of different things. But I have had the concept for my character for quite a while in my head. I'm going to be a dwarf paladin. I already have my name picked out. I really hope it hasn't been taken. Asbestos, because I don't give up. Ooh. I like the purple eyes. We'll go with that. Hair. Do we want hair on this guy? I think we do. Ooh, little top knot like that. Yeah, let's make him gray. We'll change the skin color, though. You know what? We're going to be a black dwarf. You never see it. We're going to be an older black dwarf. I like the gray. Actually, the white kind of contrasts pretty good. And then the facial hair. Oof. Classico. Name taken. Ooh, I've been sitting on this name for so long. Asbestos. I don't want to be like asbestos. Oh, now I got to think about this because names are super important to me. Names are very, very, very important to me. So I need to think of something, a name like Adamantianite or Thorium, something that's like strong and determined, something that doesn't give up. I could do Asbestos, but I don't like doing goofy names. I want to have something serious, so I'm going to derail for a little bit. Go to this website that I always use to come up with names. It's a website I found years ago. I think it's Lo Chen is the name of it. China Road. Yeah, Lo Chen's Australia. Let's see here. This is a website that I use to come up with pet names for my hunter pets. Name of Knights. Let's go with that. Templar Knights. Philippe. Richard. William. Teutonic Knights. Ooh. Ooh, this guy's name's Bessart. That's making me think of Basalt, which Basalt is absolutely taken. But if not, I do like that name. Let's see. Ludolf. Knights of the Garter. Arabian Knights. Evil Vangor. Vangor's pretty sick. Not for this character, though. I need a noble knight name. Fictional Knights. Boris Reddrum. Red Knight. Aldengar. Prince Valiant. White Knight. Black Knight. Wolf Dietrich. Guy of Warwick. Warwick's not bad. Gisborne. Goofy. Dupree. The Faust Knight upon the road. Cyrus from Chrono Trigger. Chaos. Atomic Knight. And White Knight names. Don Quixote. Joan of Arc. Lone Ranger. Let's go back to... maybe like earthy names. Earthy names. Let me see. Names for Incans. Wolf names. Warrior names. Fantasy lands. Fae names. Italian names. Dragon names. Pokemon names. Pokemon names. Is it literally just the list of all the Pokemon? It is. But it's their English and Japanese names. It's interesting. Hold on. Little, small, tiny names, big, giant, large names, cricket player nicknames. Okay, hold on. Oh, these are team names. Bootsy. Oh, no, it's not team names. Big Bird. Cramps. Scooter. The Sack Man. Dazzler. Dainty. Interesting. Names for superheroes. I don't want to like break out a name generator. I want to have meaning behind the name. Nature names. Here we go. Minerals, rocks, and precious stones. So I need something good. Onyx. Black stone. Precious stone. Opal. Stone of hope and dreams. Peridot strengths and regenerates the body. Rubena. Diamante. Diamond Lake. Gray Stone of Harmony, which grounds the center. Galena. Galena sounds like a female name, though. I really wanted to go with Asbestos. I can't believe Asbestos is taken. Berenstein means amber. Interesting. Here we go. Mineral and rock names. Get more specific. Let's get more Pacific. I'll have to translate from German to English. This is a very old-looking GeoCities website. Yeah, founded in 1997. Date of last modification, 2014. Etymology and names of minerals. I have to translate this back to English. Magnus is good, but that's absolutely taken. Sanadine. Is this even translated? I don't think this is translated. No. Rudinia means fatherland. That's not bad. I mean, not a bad meaning. Topaz is fire. Willamette, a Danish king. Wurtzit, after a Franz chemist. This is always where I get stuck. Stuck on trying to figure out names for my characters. Quartz. Roto. Roto means rose. This isn't gonna help. Oh, I can't waste any more time on this. All right, I gotta look up dwarf name generator. And I want to be lore accurate. Male names, first names, lore accurate. Yes. Grumder. Grumder's not bad. Valgar. Ooh, Valgar. Valgar's pretty sick sounding. We're gonna go with that. Valgar. Valgar the Valiant. Ooh, I like that. Name taken. Come on. Such a good name. Such a strong dwarvish name. Dagnar. Baldric. Baldric the Brave. Baldric the Bold. Baldric. Alright. I'm not giving up. Baldric with a K. Name unavailable. It's not gonna work. Larn. Thorgar. Thorgar's pretty cool. Morgrim. Faldor. Chipper. Beldrick. Bale. Ooh, hold on. I like this. I like this beginning. Hold on. Bale. We're gonna do Baldrick. Baldrick. Ooh, Baldrick the Bold. Yes. Yes, we're in. All right. Now here comes the important part. Now, I can cheese this. So, if I have level scaling on, the way that works is that if you have level scaling turned on, it means that the mobs in the game level up alongside you. So you can't just go back to an area and like everything's low level. They're not gray. They will be out of your range. I think like if I go back to the starting zone on Zudi, my level 40, he's almost 44. I think they're 5 levels lower than you. So the mobs in the starting zone would be level 39. They're always within 5 levels of you. Stuff that's obviously higher than you is still higher than you. It's not like it scales that way. But if I disable level scaling, I feel like that's going to give me a better chance to survive. I'm going to enable transmog so that I can customize my look. I am an Ascension veteran, so I don't need the tutorials on. We are in with Baldric the Brave. We've got this. We can do this. We can do this, chat. And then I got to just deal with setting up everything. Copy from Bronzebeard. There we go. Yes, that's what I want. And then create new window. Solo. Background is darker. Unlock window. No. Not unlock. No. How do I have to do it from here? Yeah, it was unlock. Okay. All right, I have to scale this like that. Perfecto. Settings, I want emotes. I'm not going to be in a guild, but I always turn these on. This is basically just I'm removing the global chat because I don't need it on there. But I want everything else on. Trade skills I can actually turn off. Battleground, I can't do battlegrounds while I'm doing this challenge. It's not that I like could if I wanted to. It's literally like it's disabled for you. Okay, we're going to go start the challenge first. So we got to talk to this guy, Challenger Benar. Leveling challenges and trials.
You got my attention.
So these are all the different challenges here. So you can see with these diamonds here, intermediate, standard, advanced, and then the 4 is expert. I tried to do an expert one. I tried to do this one, the Hardcore Survivalist Guild, where you only gain experience from doing professions. And I was like, yeah, that'll be easy. Nope. It was very, very difficult. I was very mad. And luckily with these, you can turn these off if you want. But then obviously you can't do the challenge again unless you make a new character. There's also, you can create your own little challenges too. So these are Trial Architect. These are ones people have made. So this one is a co-op game, and you can get like little rewards for it. Auras applied, restrictions. So like all of these restrictions add up to these awards here. And then obviously from the regular trials, you can get rewards as well. So I've never done any of these. There are some really cool ones. I do want the, can I see what this looks like? No. I want the Fox mount. I think it looks really cool. You can get, there's different versions of it. I think there's one through the Resolute, which is the 1X experience. But we want the classic. We want the classic standard Ironman. So this will give us a Warwolf if we win. We get a cache of items. We get this cloth wrist, contenders, spirit bracers. And then we get a Trial Masters trophy, bullion worth 50 gold, and 32,500 marks of Ascension, which is a lot. Embrace the lonely mantle of the Iron Man, a symbol of self-reliance and determination. Set forth into the unforgiving wilds of Azeroth and overcome. With only one life, no allies to aid you, and no respite from the grueling demands of Azeroth, will you rise above the trial and emerge victorious, or fall like so many before you? So we can see here that this person, Shizuko, pressed Skull Shooters, all top contenders. Took this person 1 day and 23 hours to go from 1 to 60 doing this challenge. Auras applied. Can't do PvE. Wait. Take on the world as an iron. Oh, this is the aura I'll have. Restrictions. Only trade with players participating in the same challenge as you. No high risk. No auction houses. No guild banks. No realm banks. Which is going to suck, but I got to deal with it. No boosting items. I never use boosting items anyway. No arena. I don't play arena. No BG is going to suck because BGs are fun. No dungeon finder is going to suck because it's a good way to, beat the monotony of grinding. No grouping is kind of going to be a pain. I don't really group to begin with. I usually group to help other people. PvP only in 5-level range. I'm not going to be doing PvP at all. Is no realm bank on here twice? It is on here twice. They really don't want to use in the realm bank. No mail, no guild bank, no auction house, no mana storm, challenge exclusive trading. So before I can do this, I have to have no one in my group. I have gained no experience, and I have not interacted with loot at all. I have followed all of that. We will begin the Ironman challenge. You must complete this challenge without dying 1 or more times. Let's do this. Are you sure you want to activate this challenge? This challenge has a limited number of deaths. You will fail this challenge if you die during the challenge. Accept. I can also accept more if I want to. So there are some psychos out there that will also take on Nightmare, which is like you take 500% more damage, which is 300% more physical damage, 500% more damage from spells, and you have 5 lives. Insane stuff. People will do the craziest stuff and combine these, which is what the Trial Architect is also. The Trial Architect is you can take some of these other challenges and put them together, which is crazy. Here are some of the rewards you can use those trophies on. All cosmetic stuff. Never anything that makes you better at the game, which I love. These are all like minor challenges you can take on too along the way. No thanks, I'll walk. it's probably I can't use a mount. So if I get from 1 to 60, I get those runes. And then you can also scale these challenges. I'm not really sure how that works, but I know that that's something you can do. You can left and right arrow these somehow to like go back as like a new game plus. So that's very interesting. There is a lot of depth to this. So yeah. These are all the other game modes. These haven't made it over to this server yet, though. And then, obviously, you can make your own trials. But, whew, I'm excited. I have been thinking about this for a while. So, a few reasons why I picked this. I picked Paladin because it's going to be easy to heal. I'm going to definitely go sword and board. So, I'm going to need to find a one-handed weapon. And, I'll be using a shield. I can heal myself. I can tank. I picked Dwarf because Dwarves have the Stone Form Racial, which increases their armor. It's a lasts for 8 seconds. Increases their armor, removes all bleeds, poison, diseases. I don't think their weapon spec... Oh, Mace spec will help me. No, I'm not using two-handed. I'm using one-handed. And I can't use guns because I'm a Paladin. Paladins can't use it. That's not a racial. Find treasure is going to be useful because I will, without the access to the auction house, I'm going to be living off the land. So being able to find treasure chests will be very helpful. So, like on all of Ascension WoW, I can also go through my wardrobe and get some vanity items. So, let's see. Convenience items. So, Book of Artisans. I should have all of these already. So these are going to help me. Book of Ascension. Book of Artisans. And then Bank also. Treasure Keeper. That's a mobile bank that I can access, which is going to be very helpful since I'm going to be dealing with that. The feather is going to open up flight paths for me. The altar is going to be important because this does have the mystic enchantments, which I can go over in a bit. The war chest is a huge help. It's going to give me bags, which is very important. I already have the mount. I can delete that. I can't put this tabard on until level 10. It's going to give me a second Hearthstone, too, with the Felon fused. Alright. There's one of the flight paths. What else is going to be useful? This will give me a title, so we'll just do that right now. I can't use mail, so the portable mailbox is not going to matter. I already have the Rune of Retreat in my bag. Personal bank. I think I can use my personal bank. So I would have 2 banks. So let's get that. Invalid target. Nope, I guess I can't. Oh, no, I can use it. All right, it just wasn't working. I can't use the Realm Bank, though. So I can't use this, which is just shared between all my characters. Which is going to be a pain because I've relied heavily on that. I have all of the Stone of Retreats already. The Thermal Anvil is going to be a big help because I'm going to be taking up professions. And the professions I will be taking will be... I can get them from this right away. I'm going to take blacksmithing to make my own gear. Cooking is a great secondary one. First aid, great secondary one. Fishing, probably the best. And mining we will take. Wood cutting we will take because it's just free experience. And then we will drag all these down. This is how I set up every one of my characters. Hearthstone on the far left, fishing rod on the far right. Oh, the blacksmithing hammer's not going to fit, though. Crap. That's annoying. I don't need a personal bank. I can always pick this up later if I want to, really. All right, we're going to do it like that. Okay, I'm going to need to get a one-handed weapon. So I'm going to go around and pick up some of the World Forge items. I'll take this quest
What's
too.
on your mind?
But I would like to buy a one-handed weapon before I start doing quests. So this is the original 9 classes server. Oh, I'm also going to turn on Find Minerals, because this will give me experience. The original 9 servers, the original 9 classes server is pretty much what it says. It is the original 9 classes. So Paladin, Warrior, Shaman, Hunter, leather armor would be Druid, Rogue, cloth armor would be Warlock, Mage, Priest. So those are the original 9 classes. Normally on Ascension WoW, it is classless. Everyone is a hero, and you pick from the 9 classes, you pick different abilities to build whatever custom character you want. And it's very balanced in a very interesting way. I mean, they've been working on this for almost a decade now, which is crazy to think. And I've been here almost all of it, which is even crazier. Get some of these World Forge items. But yeah, on this server, the original 9 classes, there are these new items scattered around the world called World Forged items. They are a one-time pickup item that are they have unique properties to them. So like I got this pie, which is just a small healing item. I got this water thing, which is just a water. Like they're no different than these, but they're just small little, unique little items. And then I got this staff, which is a huge boost for intellect. It's pretty crazy to get. What you can also do with these World Forge items, with each one of them, is you can use Marks of Ascension, which you collect from... oh, this quest does not have it for some reason. That's weird. You get them from doing quests as well as doing other things along the way. And let me see if she gives one. No, she doesn't give one either. Interesting. I wonder if you can't get marks while I'm doing Ironman. But marks can be used to upgrade World Forged items to level 60. So you can pick up, like, this fire poker and get a level 60 version of it for... It's pretty expensive, but it's definitely well worth it, because Marks of Ascension are very easy to come by. All right.
Here there.
I did not want to sell this. Okay, I got a silver. I should be able to get a weapon.
Well met.
I don't want to sell that. One-handed. Level 2. Alright, we're just gonna get the club.
Safe travels. What can I do for you?
And we'll sell the battle-worn helmet, or hammer.
Be good.
Alright. Now I feel a little bit safer with some armor. Even though this is like the worst shield ever. I'm sure there's shields actually that give 0 armor, but 5 armor is insane because there's other level 1 shields that give 55 armor, so it's something that I will replace very quickly. All right. I also took woodcutting, which is a special profession on Ascension WoW. It serves no purpose other than getting experience, because the money from it isn't even very good. But it was introduced because the one challenge that we saw earlier was that you level up only by doing profession stuff. So they added that as like an extra, like, hey, you can get experience doing this. Oh, I also wardrobe. There we go. Now, if I have one of these pets out, it doesn't matter which one. Ooh, I will take devotion ore, please. Please give me devotion ore. Why is it right there? Hold on, I gotta fix that. Stance can go there, and that was weird. Scale. We're going to scale that to 0.8. We're going to have a small little stance thing. And then lock that. I forget what I was saying. Ooh, we'll learn those too. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. I can worry about that later. I'm definitely going to be going prot. So I want to focus on getting a lot of copper before we get to the next town. Oh yeah, as long as I have any of these pets out, they'll automatically loot anything that drops off of mobs. This is gonna be like nerve-wracking in the beginning, just because like you could very quickly die. Part of this aura also is that people can't help me, even if they're not partied with me. So if these players over here tried to attack this wolf, it would say, target is tapped, and make it so they can't attack it. Hello, Satan is Kawaii. Very cool name. Glad to have you here. How's it going? Yeah, so they can't even, like, if one of these characters over here wanted to heal me, even if I'm out of combat, they can't heal me. They can't heal me, they can't give me buffs. None of that jive. I am a lone dwarf on my mission to level 60. Satan is kawaii. Satan is very kawaii. Have to look at the books of Leviticus. Get some more of that tough wolf meat. Can I cook any of this stuff too? That's the other thing I want to do is let me organize my stuff over here. So this is how I always do it too. I do campfire on the bottom, cooking right above it, first aid above that, blacksmithing goes there with smelting above that, and wood cutting right on top. I don't think I have anything else. Fishing I have set up so that I can just right click when I have a rod and fish, so I don't need to worry about that, which is nice. I'm doing pretty good. So this is a private server, so it is possible for people to create their own servers, and this is a pretty I don't want to say popular because I don't see too many people talk about it, but it is a fully custom server that changes the game in an insane way. For a number of reasons, but it is not affiliated with the actual Blizzard. Blizzard Entertainment owns World of Warcraft. It's not associated with them, and it's also free. It's completely free to play, which is amazing. No subscription. Just click a button, download the whole thing, get right into playing. Can't beat free. Although I have there's also donations and stuff you can give, which then they give you like cosmetic items, quality of life items and stuff like that. Just as like a means, as a thank you.
Off with you. Watch your back.
That's how I got some of these things. Kind of like Kaizo WoW. Pretty much, yeah. So this is a challenge that I'm doing where I have 1 life. That's it. This is the easiest of the challenges. I've never done any of these challenges though, but there are a lot of them. There's one challenge where you take 500% more damage than normal, which is insane. I know people have done it too. And the challenge is I have 1 life to get from level 1 to level 60. So that's going to take some time. I have to be very careful. I also can't get any help from anybody. Like, it's not even like if someone wants to help me, they can help me and I would get mad. They literally cannot help me. It's set up so that I have this debuff where it's like, they can't do anything to help me. No access to mail, so I can't mail anything from my other characters. Can't use the auction house, so I can't buy stuff from other characters. I can trade with people if they are also Ironman, though. So yeah, I'm pretty much all by myself in this challenge. And when I die, it's game over. I don't lose everything, so that's the thing. If you die, you lose the challenge. Your character still exists, so you don't lose any of your items, but you lose the challenge outright, and you can only accept the challenge if you're a fresh level 1 character. So if I create a new character and like went to my mailbox and took an item out of it, or killed one thing and got some experience on my experience bar, I could not take the challenge. I need to literally be level 1. So if I get all the way up to level 30 and die, I still have this character at level 30, but the challenge has been removed, so I don't get all of the cool rewards for doing the challenge, which is a pretty big thing. I would like to get these rewards because I've never done any of these challenges before, and the rewards are unique. You can't get them any other way, but it's just like a mount, which like it's more of like a cosmetic skin, so it's not like it's anything where it's like, oh, it's gonna make me the best player in the game. It's just gonna look cool. Yep, you keep the levels. So you don't lose anything, really. But what I will be doing for this challenge is if I do die, I'm deleting my character. I'm going to save what I can off of him, send it to my other characters just so that I can scrap it for money. Just so that it's not completely going to waste. And then I will delete this character and remake him at level 1 and start over again, because I really want to do this challenge. And it's funny because, like I said earlier, like this server's been around since like 2016, and I've been playing since 2018. And in all that time, I've never once done these challenges. And there's people that have been here for like a year, maybe like 3 months, that do these challenges, and they're like so easy for them. I've never done it. It's very terrifying. Nope, no guide. Just doing this blind. Kind of just going off of like my knowledge of the game too. So on like the official World of Warcraft servers, when I did play, I played a lot. Let's just say. I played WoW from 2004 when it first came out to I think it was 2012 is when I stopped playing, because I did not like the direction the game had been going. And I played so much. I had on one character, I had, because I don't have that character anymore because I stopped playing, but I had over 40,000 hours, which 40,000 hours comes out to just under 5 years of playtime on a single character, which is insane. But I played this game a lot. But I never was like good. Like I didn't do like end game rating, or like I wasn't like a world first or anything like that. I used WoW as like a chat room, basically. I would just hop on my character. I would just like wander around the world and just do stuff and talk to people. And yeah, like back in the day with like Ventrilo as the voice chat, hop in an IRC chat room and talk with people. It was fun. Those are good times, really good times. And that's what I love about Ascension, is that it gives me that feeling of like of being a home again, which is like a crazy thing to say about a video game, but there's just something about it that it's like, this like gives me so much peace. It says that there's, oh, no, it's water barrels. Oh, because I have track treasure turned on. I did. So what happened is that an expansion came out that a big part of the expansion was like the destruction of the original game, to like show like, oh no, like the world was destroyed and like the heroes have to save it again. And I hated that. I hated that. It also did mechanically things that I disliked too. It took away a lot of the freedom that the game had on creating your character, as far as like oh, I should save this for making bandages. As far as like you get talent points. I don't get them till level 10, but you can like build your character in different ways. And that expansion started to take that away from you. And then the expansion after that, which I did briefly play for like 2 weeks, completely took it away and made it very hand-holdy, where it's like, oh no, this is the character you're going to make, and like we're gonna hold your hand the entire time. And I was disgusted, absolutely disgusted by it. So back in 2012, and actually prior to that, I started learning about private servers, and I actually ran one for a little bit, but it was very small, like very, very small, like less than 50 people. If that. It probably was more like less than 20 people played on it. But I've been playing on private servers for so long, and then I took a big break. I looked at other MMOs. I didn't really find any good ones. Let me see. What did I play? I did maybe within the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years, I played Guild Wars 2 and loved it. I loved it. It was so good. And it felt like I was playing a single player game. And I think that's why I loved it so much, because it did have the MMO aspect of like, oh, there's other people here that I could interact with, but it felt like a tailor-made story that I was following. And it was mwah, chef's finger kiss. It was beautiful. And it gave me like such a good feeling to play. I think I only stopped playing because I moved, and then I just kind of like went, I don't really want to play anymore. But it's definitely a game I would go back to. Angels Online. That sounds familiar. I don't know why. I'm probably thinking of like something else. I played back in like the early 2000s when I was playing WoW also, but like me and my friends would look up other like free MMOs to play. I feel like we played some Korean MMO that was like called Angels or something like that. We played Sword Online too, which was like just like an edgy sword slashing gun, like Matrix gun shooting game, which was crazy. I don't even think it's around anymore. I played a Russian MMO for a while called Alad's Online, which is still around. And it was like very janky, but I loved it because it was like, when did I start playing on that? I think I started playing on that in college. So that was like no, it would have been like 2008, 2009. And it was like, it felt like some Russian peasant made it in a shack, and I loved it. I didn't play it very long though. Oh, super girly. The closest I got to anything like that would probably be, it's not even an MMO, but Gunbound was kind of like, everything was chibi. I never played MapleStory, but the graphics reminded me of MapleStory. Final Fantasy XIV. I never played any of the Final Fantasy games. I've played, I mean, that's not entirely true. I played Final Fantasy Tactics. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. Tactics Advanced and Advanced 2 are amazing. Some of my favorite games. But I don't think I could play the MMOs for it. Not that they're bad, it's just that it's like, I don't really have enough nostalgia or connection to the source. Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul sounds weird. Yeah, Maple Story looked cute, but I never... It was one of those things where it was like I was aware of it. It was like I was aware of that and like Neo Geo and like other things like Evangelion, and I was like, where are these things that I hear about and I see? And it's like I didn't get understanding of where to access these things until years later. So I would just like go to like GeoCities and Angel Fire websites to like learn and read about them. I remember like reading all about Evangelion, like episode reviews, and just like that was my understanding of that, which is insane. I was the same way with The Matrix. I only like understood The Matrix through like animations I watched on Newgrounds and Albino Black Sheep, and then it wasn't until like many years later that I actually watched The Matrix and was like, oh, these are pretty good. Well, at least the first one is. Yeah, I am. I've been around a bit. Yes, Advance on the Game Boy Advance, so good. And then I found out later about Advanced Tactics 2 on the DS. Might be it fixes everything that not that I had a lot of problems with the first one, but it fixes everything with the first one, and it's beautiful. It's such a great game.
Honored, I'm sure.
Yeah, Angel Fire, 30M was another website. My original website that I made back in middle school, I made it on 30m.com or 20m.com. I think it was even less megabytes that you got, and it's still around, which is insane. That had to have been... Let me think about that. Middle school, so it was like 2001, 2000. I remember, yeah, you know what? It might have been 2000, 1999. I think it was 99, because I remember people being afraid of Y2K. All right, a small mistake security bot. I can track these quests too. But I'm just getting cheap experience from cutting down these trees. We're gonna go here. Actually, we're gonna make... These will give me experience. Let me do this. I'm gonna make some bandages. See if this levels me up. It looks like it will. Good, level 3. Nice. Nice-o. See if I get any new abilities. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Alright, I'm going to start turning these quests. Drag these down. Yeah, I remember... I think it was in 5th grade, and people were afraid. People were terrified of Y2K. And I was just like, okay. I remember them telling me, like, planes are going to fall out of the sky. And then just being this little kid that was just did not understand why the clocks changing would do that. And I still kind of, I mean, I kind of understand why now. It's like a rounding error or something stupid like that would have like caused computers to like crash and think it was like the year 0, I think, because it wouldn't go over. And I have a coworker who's older than me. He was like in his 20s when Y2K happened, and he worked in the tech field at the time, and he said, oh yeah, it was a problem. And he worked for a hospital at the time, so he was like, yeah, it would have done some serious damage. But he was also like, yeah, planes wouldn't have fallen out of the sky. Small mistake. Okay, so the robot's over there.
How are you? See you soon.
This quest I'm terrified about because I have to go into a cave, and I would like to fight stuff one at a time. and being in a cave where like everyone is like really tight is going to be scary. Because right now, all of these are non-aggressive mobs, so they won't attack you right away. But on the perimeter, especially over here, these red labeled named NPCs are hostile, so they will attack me on sight. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that too, that they couldn't simulate like exactly what would happen. I am a paladin. I picked dwarf paladin. I picked paladin because I can use a shield, so I have some extra armor, which, you know what? I should use the money I have to buy new gear. Are there 2 of these things here? I got scared for a second, because if there were 2 of them there. But paladins also can heal themselves, or they can heal others too, but I'm only healing myself since I'm playing solo. Water barrel. I'm going to turn off track treasure. I just want to find minerals. Let's get this copper. And I picked dwarf because of find treasure is going to be helpful. It gives me this racial bonus, stone form. I don't know much about I know a little bit about the Alliance because I've played all of the classes and all the races. Horde is my favorite, so I would rather be playing Horde. But I also don't have a dwarf character yet on the server, and I like to have one of each race before making new characters of the same race. All right. So this is like new content. So this isn't like in the actual game. This is like a new area. They've added a lot. This whole area up here, not part of the original game. But down there's a minefield where I take damage. So I need to be very careful. There's another World Forge item.
How are you? Watch your back. Off with you. Be good.
I need 8 of these boars. Think I am gonna go get new gear. The copper. Let's go over here. Yeah, the custom content has been amazing. They've added so much to the game. So the main character that I play is a troll shaman, and back in the day, I feel like there was a lot of stuff that was planned early on in the game, and it just didn't get fleshed out properly, so they later on removed it. But I feel like they wanted to make shamans so that they could tank, so they could use a shield too, because they can use shields, and there were like some talents that were like increase like their blocking chance and stuff like that, so it was always interesting to me. But they didn't do anything with it, and in the end they later on changed shamans to be like, oh, you can still use a shield, but when you get to a certain level you can dual wield, and like that becomes their focus more, is you can dual wield, you can have a shield and a one-handed weapon, or you can use a two-handed weapon. What they did here, though, is they have like a talent tree, like specking thing that you can go down where you can tank, and I really appreciated that. So I don't know what they did for paladins. I'm sure they added something really good for them. I know, they gave them Crusader Strike at level 1, which is something that they need. They didn't have anything like that, it's just an instant attack to deal damage. So normally I'd have to like stand there and auto attack, which is slow. But I'm sure that they've also done tons of balancing for certain things. So it'll be interesting to see what they did for paladins. Yeah, the people behind this really love the franchise. I guess I don't get marks of Ascension by doing quests on this trial, which kind of sucks, because I think I'm going to need marks to do certain things. So that's going to be interesting. Let me see. Do I have them in my currency? I don't even have them. I just have my Mystic Extracts, which is I guess, globally shared between my characters. This guy's quest is going to suck. I need to go and collect his items that he left behind, and they're all, like, guarded by trolls. That's going to be a pain to deal with. But yeah, all the starting areas on this server have been updated. And then, like, the first couple of... Actually, I think they've been updated everywhere. I haven't found a spot yet where it's like, oh, that is... There's nothing new here.
What can I get for you
Up to at least level 40, which is really cool that they've added all this new content.
Keep your feet on the ground.
And I think that's the best way that they could have gone about it. Instead of, like, when Cataclysm came out, the one expansion that I didn't like, and it was like, oh, we're going to destroy the world, and you guys have to start over now. It should have just been like, here's newer stuff, and, like, it is affecting the world. And even, like, now, so it's, Cataclysm, I think, came out in 2012, and 13 years later in 2025, none of the stuff from that has been fixed. It's still that the world is, like, all broken and destroyed, even though in the lore, what they did was they made it so that it was, like, repaired, but they haven't actually repaired it, which is really annoying, and it makes me think that they don't care anymore. And if you look at the other expansions that come afterwards, they don't care anymore, so it kind of checks out, unfortunately. All right, we're gonna make some... Is this not a forge? Luckily, I have my thermal anvil. They did. They've added new lore to the server so far. My favorite is... I don't know how much you know about Warcraft, but I'm going to go off a little bit on it. Is one of the horde races is the Forsaken, which are undead that broke free from the Lich King. It's a long story. They broke free from him. They're no longer mindless. They, like, regained their independence and their memories of who they used to be, and the big thing was always, oh, but there's still a lot of zombies that are mindless, so how do we break this? And there's a small quest line of an undead character, a Forsaken, who is experimenting with a way to break the curse, and it results in, like, him succeeding, which is really interesting because that's always something that, like, they don't talk about. Because a big issue is their leader, Sylvanas, a big issue she has is that when her people die, they die. They can't procreate. There are no new Forsaken. She's limited with what she has. So if her forces die, they never repopulate. So what they did in Cataclysm was they began to explore that, and then the original writers left working at Blizzard, so they didn't know what to do with her, so they just completely went off topic and, like, did not deal with it again, which is so annoying. It makes me really mad because it would be really interesting to see how she deals with, like, getting new recruits and stuff along the way. But no, none of that stuff. No good writing. Oh, nice. I played, Warcraft 3 is the one I played the least of. I loved Warcraft 2. Warcraft 2 was so much fun to play. I played so much Warcraft 2. It was crazy. And the original one was the first ever PC game I played. Alright, this is why I wanted to also be a blacksmith. I can make upgrade kits to make my gear even better, which is really nice. And something custom that they added to this. Copper mace. That is a one-handed item. Ooh. I can make this if I get some linen. So we're going to try to do that. Okay, these sharpening stones are not going to be helpful. Yeah. There's a lot of custom content here. It's a dream come true. I don't even know how I heard about this server. I just, like, stumbled upon it one day when I was working. And, I've never looked back. Alright, my armor should be really good now. I'm gonna buy a shield.
The finest wares in the land. Watch your back.
And then I'll keep using this
What can I get for you today?
mace that I bought. So I need 2 linen. I'm gonna need 6 copper bars, so I'm gonna need more copper. Alright, you got nothing. Did I retrain? I think I did. I got Blessing of Might, so it's gonna give me attack power bonuses. And I got Judgment, which is really good. So I'm gonna move my healing to 3, maybe? Yeah, the first one's Warcraft Orcs versus Humans. And it's very old by today's standards. Warcraft 2 was amazing. Warcraft 2 introduces the trolls to the game. And then Warcraft 3 explores that more because you have Thrall. I think Thrall saves the trolls. What do I mean, I think? I remember that he saved the trolls. Trolls are my favorite race in the entire game. They're the oldest race. They're the original race. I think they're older than the dwarves even, and the dwarves were created by the gods. The trolls, like, I'm pretty sure their origin was, like, they just have always existed on Azeroth. And they were just, like, lots of clans that spread out. And then from the trolls came the Night Elves. Night Elves are mutated trolls that became corrupted by the Well of Eternity, and then Night Elves that continued to use the Well of Eternity are why Azeroth got split into 2 different continents and created the Maelstrom in the middle, which is also covered in Warcraft 3, I believe. And then those Night Elves turned into the Naga, which are like the Sea Serpent people. Very good writing. And then today's writing, it's just like, what if, there was something so stupid that they came out with. It was something where it was like, what if the undead, what if the Forsaken, like, had a party
Be good.
and the Alliance, were there and they were all friends, but then one of the Forsaken guys who was angry that this was happening set up a sabotage to make it look like, oh, actually we can't get along. And it's just like the most transparent, like, dumb writing. Like, come on. Like, it was so boring. And then also, the only cool thing that they did was they made Thrall the new Earth Tyrant, or the Earth Aspect Dragon, because they killed, oh, I always forget his name. The guy who's the brother of Onyxia. Hold on. I gotta think about this. I know it's Deathwing, but I can't remember his other name. But whatever, Deathwing. I'm okay with sticking with that. But they kill Deathwing in Cataclysm, and then Thrall becomes the new Earth Aspect Dragon. And I was like, alright, that's pretty cool. And then they went into Mists of Pandaria, and they were like, there's pandas now. And you know what? They've had an island that's been floating around on the back of a turtle, and no one has ever noticed it. And pandas can choose either Horde or Alliance, and they can be this new monk class. Oh, but we got rid of talent trees. We got rid of the coolest feature in the game where you could customize your character, and now it's like, nope, you're a priest, you have to heal. You have to heal now. You can't do damage as a priest. What? You can't be a shadow priest anymore. You have to be holy. So stupid. You can't be an enhancement shaman that dips his toe into elemental damage so that he can shock people, which was my playstyle forever. I would just smash people in the face with a Wind Fury on a 2-handed weapon and then Earth Shock them to cancel their spells. Nope. No, you can't do that. You have to be boring. You have to choose one. You can't mix. It's so stupid. Yeah, there's raids in this. I have not... Actually, I did a kind of a raid yesterday because it's the Christmas event's going on. So there was a raid on Krampus, who's a giant.
What's on your mind?
Oh, choose a reward. The one that sells for more. They both sell for the same. He's like a giant Wendigo that you have to kill, and he was way out of my level range. He was probably 60, and I was still 40. So, but he was like two-shotting me, which was crazy. But there were like 20 other people there, so I just joined the party, and we were all like attacking it. I was just spamming heals on the main tank. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time, and then we killed him, and I was able to turn in the quest, which I was happy about. Oh, I have to go into the minefield. I'm pretty sure the mines don't do a lot of damage, but I'm still really worried about that. I really hated Cataclysm. Cataclysm ruined... It ruined the game. The best fix for Cataclysm would have been that they were starting to bring in by the end of it doesn't mine. Okay, so it does 4% of my health. By the end of Wrath of the Lich King, which was the 3rd expansion, which is what this server goes up to Wrath. It introduces new stuff because they're able to like customly add it. But it only goes up to Wrath, which you will find most private servers go up to Wrath because a lot of people agree that that was the last good expansion. But the end of Wrath, it was starting to introduce the bronze dragons, which were shield. Yes, give me that shield. Which were able to control time. So all you would have to do is you can still have all this, because I did like what they did with like, we are going to destroy some areas and we're going to add new quests and enemies to the game to show like, this area is really messed up now. And that's cool. What they could have done was you have the Bronze Dragonflight go, we're going to show you a possible future and have it so that it's a separate instance. So you keep the old world, but you see what the world could become, and it's the messed up world. That's it. That's all you'd have to do. That's all you would have to do. And you get to keep the original game, and then you have this instanced area where it's like, you could have it so that it's like, you're this level or you're that level. You can go into that instance. I had the delivery quest. There's very few timed quests in this game, and that's one of them. It would have fixed everything, because then you'd still be able to like check out that other area. But no, they were like, no. And it has to do with the original writers who had been around since the first video game, since Orcs vs. Humans left. And they gave them the story halfway through Cataclysm about how the ending was going to be, with Thrall becoming the new Earth Tyrant, or the Earth, I keep saying Tyrant, the new Earth Aspect Dragon. And they blew it. They blew it because they just wanted to do whatever. It just became about money. And they have, like, the president of Blizzard came out and even was like, we want to make Mist of Pandaria, we want to make it so that little kids and grandmothers can even come and play this game. So they've alienated their veteran player base, because the game is no longer about you. It's about other people who have never played this game before. And those people didn't stick around. The veterans left to go elsewhere. They went to other games. And then the people that you were catering towards played for a little bit because you had free, I think they gave people like free accounts and stuff like that, where it's like, you can play up to level 20 for free. And then they realized, I'm good, and they didn't stick around. So it never did. It never returned to what it used to be. It's a shame. They had WoW was like the MMO to beat. Every other MMO wanted to be like World of Warcraft. And I feel like after Cataclysm, it was very easy to just do that without having to try hard. You just had to care about your customers, because Blizzard didn't care. They stopped releasing. They used to release like, here are the statistics of all the players we have. We had 10 million players online at a time. We had 11 million. We had 15 million. And then Cataclysm comes around, and I think it was like, oh, we had 8 million. Oh, we had 7 million. Oh, well, we're not releasing numbers anymore. Then they've never released numbers again. They've never released player counts. And then that's when they started working on Overwatch and other games because they're losing money because no one plays. And then they came out with Classic WoW, which, oh, you can relive what the game used to be like, but you have to pay us again. I wasn't falling for that. I had private servers. And it became easier and easier to get on private servers because to get on them in the past, you had to like edit a bunch of files. But like today, it's so easy. The Ascension WoW that I'm playing on right now has like a custom launcher. You download the launcher, it does all the heavy working in the background. You don't have to down, because the way that it worked before was you had to download a copy of the game. So I always had like 3 copies of the game saved, which takes up a lot of space. And then I would have each one set up to go to different private servers. Because I was playing on Murloc Village, which was a PvP focused server. And then I was also playing on Dalaran WoW, which I was a GM on. And then I think I just had the third one open for like testing because I had an old computer that I had set up to run a private server on where like I could customize stuff and, you know, like get an idea of like how the coding and stuff worked on the back end. And I was okay with that to a point. I could never get line of sight to work, so like you could cast spells through like solid walls and stuff, which was annoying. I couldn't figure out, and I just kind of gave up, but it was fun to mess around on. Alright, I didn't get any linen cloth. So let me kill some... No, are these gnolls? No, gnolls are hyenas. These are, trogs. Trogs will drop it. Yeah, I did at the time. I do now. I have a newer one that I custom built, and I used it for a Minecraft server that I played solo on anyway. Oh, I got 3 cloth. That's all I need. I only needed 2, I think. It's very easy. The hard part is always port forwarding, which is like to allow other people to connect to it. So if you're like you need to deal with like your internet service provider, and I had Verizon, which is a pain to deal with sometimes, but it's gotten easier over time, I think, especially with like their routers and stuff. Okay, get rid of that. I don't need bags.
See you soon.
Oh, and then I can do this here because there's no forge inside. Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate that. And thank you. I really hope that I'm able to defeat this challenge. I need a weak flux. Oh, they might not sell that here. It might be the next town over. I think I'm going to skip some of these quests just so I can get over to the next town. I actually got to piss, so I'm just going to go AFK for a little second. How do I do this? Let's see. We'll do... Copy that. Copy that. BRB. Pissin'. Ha ha ha. Alright, be right back. I am back. No more pissing. I'm going to change the name of this. Rename to BRB so I can use it in the future. Alright, and I'm going to... I might as well minimize Winamp. Winamp. It kicks the llama's ass. So if I know that there's like a helmet I can get in the new area. I think I'm gonna just not do the troll quests. I really don't like not doing quests though. That's cause it's just free experience and then a challenge like this. But at the same time, it's like if I die, it's fucking over. Didn't I kill this thing earlier? I guess I killed the other security bot. Do F1. Re-up my buffs. Not hitting F12 was up too. Alright. While I'm spamming the 1 key, I'm gonna take a big swig of my drink. It looks like my character reacts when I gulp, and I hate that. Alright. I got the robot. I gotta kill 10 of these. Oh. Maybe I just gotta take it slow and steady. Slow and steady. Some of these have ranged attacks, so I gotta just abuse line of sight. I'm gonna grab this guy. There was one that was walking in there. There she is. So I gotta be mindful of patrols too. So if I pull you like this, do you pull him? Yes. Alright, or abuse line of sight. So she's the camera here now. Just keeping an eye on my health while I spam the 1 key. Okay. Okay, not so bad. Just slow and steady. Alright, we got the bucket of bolts. I am terrified. I know I have to go in that cave eventually. There's like a sword I have to get in there. Did I do the boar meat one? I guess I did. Oh, I failed this one. We're gonna abandon it. I'll pick it up. I was hoping he would give more cloth. So close. I might pull 3 people at once, which I'm not looking forward to. We'll get you first. Abuse line of sight. Wow. really think I'm going to pull all 3 of these guys. I might even pull that 4th one. I hear 2. Okay, maybe nope, nope, I got all 4. Like I thought I would. Alright, start healing. Start healing. Start healing. Start healing. Start healing. Start healing. I need to go. Heal, 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 heal. Fuck me, man. I knew it. I knew I was gonna pull 4 of them. It's just something in me bones. I need a better weapon. I wonder if there's like a World Forge 2 one-handed weapon around here. That's his chest that I need to get. These guys could also drop something that could be useful. God, they're in such a bad location. I can't pull this one because it's gonna pull that one. It'll pull the one inside the tent. My melee DPS just isn't, it's not gonna keep up. I feel like this challenge is like rough in the beginning until like I start getting enough resources to do other things. I could actually, I don't need to walk to the town. I have the Hearthstones to the cities, so I could teleport to Ironforge. Maybe that's what I do. But I want to get these copper nodes. Alright, we might as well get you. Because if I get the flux, I can make that mace. Which does so much more. I think it does 4 times the damage I'm doing right now. I just need 2 more whelps. Maybe I just focus on that then. No, see, if I pulled, I would have pulled fucking everybody. There is something over there. What is that? Hold on. A drumstick. That could be the item I need. What I need is somebody to pull this out. Because there's no way. Because I also can't loot that while I'm in combat. It doesn't let you loot World Forge items when you're in combat. I grab you. Okay, let's do this. It's gonna pull those 2. I think we're good. I think I just got those 3. Get her to start casting. Nice, nice, nice. Get her to start casting again. Get behind the tree. That's just buying time. Get her to cast again. Go behind the tree. Alright, nice. Go behind the tree. Go behind the tree. Oof, mamma mia. Now, I think there's one in the tent. I don't see one around the corner. I see the one walking back in, so there's two in the tent right now. So we're gonna grab this. My shield's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna grab you. Get behind the drum. Does that block line of sight? It does. Here we go. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. One-handed mace. Well, I'll be damned. What's it even look like? Okay, cool. This is, I didn't have that collected yet. Oh man, I had this gray sword in my inventory too that does more damage. That's wild. I wasn't even paying attention. Alright, I don't need any more of these whelps or novices. I got the box. I just need the chest, which is the one where I pulled too many guys. I might be able to do better now though. I have a little bit more confidence. How many did I pull last time? I think I pulled 5 guys though. I had to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Wow. Okay. I'm just dropping these guys now. Alright, we're gonna pull you. And then, do you come to... Alright, and then they're gonna need to get closer to me. Ooh. Hold on. Another player has hit the tower. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, Sprog. You have no idea how much this is gonna help me. I can't heal you though. I'm pretty sure I can't heal. Yeah, invalid target. If these guys die, okay, he died. Sorry, man. I can't heal. There's a chest back here too. Oh, that could have some goodies. All right, we're going. I need this now. All right, I pulled both. I heard him. Oh, I do so much damage now. Ooh, this thing... Why don't I have credit for it? That's interesting. Okay. Get the chest. Alright, the chest was just money then. Nothing in there. Just water barrels. I don't see anything. Journeyman staff. What else I got? Flimsy chain cloak. Did that equip? It did equip. And water. And a rough stone. Alright, I need that for blacksmithing. Blacksmithing. Yep. Get some more ore. And we are set. So I don't need that that flax anymore. These World Forge items, mamma mia, it's going to be very helpful. I'm going to be scavenging for some stuff. I know just enough, definitely more on the dwarf side of things. I'm trying to think, so I would do this area, and then I do, what is this area called? Is this Bell? No, Dunmarogue. Do Dunmarogue, go up to wetlands, and then after that is usually where. Wait, I don't go to wetlands. Hold on. No, wetlands is not after. You go to Loch Modan, then you go to wetlands, then you go up to Arathi Highlands. No, you don't even do that. You go to Hillsbrid, because it's hills then Arathi. But then at that point I can switch. I'll need to figure out where I want to go. That's going to be the interesting part. All right, all these have been completed, except for this Radiant one, which is the new quest. There's a helmet up there I can use too, so... I think I'm going to go do that quest, because... I'm scared, though. I think once I get the disguise on, though, I can walk over and get it. We're going to get this copper. They definitely added more nodes, which I very much appreciate. Ooh, someone mine that for me. Yeah, not today. Not today, Mr. Human Paladin disguised as a gnome riding a turkey. Not today. It's Baldrick's time to shine. Just hug the wall. Alright. And then there's a level 5 elite, which I know there's a quest for. I forget where. I think it's on top of the hill. That's Lucky Charms laughs. Whoa, that's creepy, man. That's creepy, man. That's scary, dog. There he is, and he's coming out of the cave. Oh, there's Lucky Charms. All right. Oh, she's running in there. Well, good luck. I think she got it. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. She got it. Not that I could go back and res or anything, but she just ran in there. Not a care in the world. All right. These newer quests, very cool. All right, so this is where it's gonna get. Okay, they're only level 2. Just as long as I get them one at a time. They do dots, though. I don't think those barrels explode. I thought that was a cave for a second. See any World Forge items. I only got one piece of clothing. Did I kill 2 of them? I guess it's not guaranteed like I thought it would be. I wonder if the ones up here drop it. No, you know what it is? It's going to say I can't enter. Yeah. What a cool concept. They're all irradiated. So they were like, we're going to make our own down where we all get to be irradiated. Am I lagging or is that person lagging? I'm not lagging. Alright. might as well go up here and get the other quest. But, I also think there's a World's Forge item up here. But I think it's, if I remember right, it's a druid item. Whoop. That's a slippery slope. Oh, she doesn't have the quest yet. Oh, wait. Of Cult and their villages. I was wondering what the story was for the Cult and their village. That's how it should have been written. How did he end up here? Here we go. Oh, never mind. Ancient battle axe. Very cool. Is this a... Oh, okay. They're not critters, actually. Normally these things are critters, so they don't give experience. Spawning back. Woo. Pieces. Oh, the radiation builds up too. That's not good. 4 pieces, 1 more. To go into the town.
No. Keep your feet on the ground. See you soon.
Group of 2. Sever the right hand. I also get a weapon.
Safe travels. Be good.
I'm ready. And now she's got the quest up there. I'm pretty sure the quest is to kill the Wendigo. This guy up there wants me to kill the slimes, I think it is. But I'm going to, I think there's like a diving helmet here or something. Something that I couldn't equip when I was playing my Warlock. There it is. A radiant helmet, yep. +1 int, -2 stam. I mean, the -2 stam does suck. But I will take it. Use the radiant spray to douse the townsfolk. That's another cool thing. This is solving the issue that the gnomes had where they became irradiated. Out of range. So they either rage out and then become like a blob of goo, or they get cured. And then... Just gonna see if there's any other World Forge. Nope, just devotees. Those doors are closed. How's this rogue wearing this? Oh, no, she's just wearing the costume. His Radiant Majesty. Oh, my God, dude. I can't take that on. I think I just need to kill him, right? Okay, so I think I just gotta get credit for it if I do this. I think I still will get credit. I still got credit. Nice.
Your generosity be returned to you 100-fold.
Alright, any World Forge items up here? Yes. I don't have this one either, but I can't use guns. And then I don't think I can jump out the window. Because they have the big gear spinning. Alright, so I gotta kill that guy too. There's anything up, and there's no elevator, so I can't go up there. So I think I gotta wait for that thing to, that guy to respawn. So let's go up here and talk to this fella. Thank you kindly. Level 6. Holy Light Divine Protection is gonna be huge. Reduce all damage taken by 50%. That's a big... What's that there? What does this line up with in Dunmarug? Oh, that's one of the troll huts on the ridge. So that's the lake over there. Interesting. Can I get over there? I don't think I ever went up there on my other character. Just so much interesting new stuff. That's all it takes. Just add a few little lore elements. No, nothing up here. Oh. Oh, there's a tent here. Anything in here? Nope. That tree goes across. I remember that before. I ran across it thinking like, oh, that's going to lead me somewhere. And it didn't. It was just an interesting coincidence. All right, I need to wait for this because I don't want to. What is he? He's a level 5 elite. I should be able to take him on. I'm going to be really careful, though. While I wait, I'm going to make stuff. What am I wearing? I've got the pants. I've got the bracers. I've got the vest. So I'm going to make... I'll make the bracers because they sell for the same. Alright, axe, boots. Upgrade kit yet. Let's make some more bracers. Rough grinding stone. There we go. That's what I needed. That's easy XP right there. Belt and gauntlets. Oh, the gauntlets are going to be nice. I have everything I need for the gauntlets too. I just need money. Belt, I also have everything I need. It'll just be helpful if I can get more copper. So I'll go do that. And then might as well make bandages too. Living Radiance. Where is this guy? Oh, hold on. Heavy linen, it's 1 silver. Right, hold on, I'll make 1 more. And then I can make the heavy ones. These are elementals. I wonder if I can tame them on my shaman. I might take a detour to check that out. Can I even get into here on my shaman? I can tame that too, if I can get in here. Interesting. Radiant Devotee. Oh, did I hear gears twirling? Right hand. Hold on. Target. Right. Oh. Star. Where is he? There he is. Wow, he spawns all the way over there? Oh, he must come from the top. Gotcha. Okay, get away. Mega Volt, run away. Still hits me. ticket increase. Ah, I see. Alright. This should get me to level 7, though. Radioactive Tooth. Phosphorescent Fang of His Radiant Majesty's companion. First among his followers. They were the only ones to ever cross paths with the fearsome god of radiation, revered by the Sick Light's children. So much lore in this lore. We're gonna go with this one. Int, spell power, and mana. Oh. That's two-handed? Oh, I did not read that right then. Slade radioactive slimes. Okay. Extract the mutagen from the radioactive slimes. Gotcha. Boots. I think that's it. I'm gonna sell all that. Put that there. Always have my quest items at the top. I'm wondering if I don't think I can get in here on Zudi, because I need to have the costume to get in. It's probably gonna do the same thing where it's like, you can't come in here. So I have to kill it first. And then suck it up. And suck it up. I'm really interested in, like, the storyboarding that Ascension, like, the devs used. Like, because this wasn't not the first idea. Like, I mean, it might have been in, like, a rough form. Very interested in seeing, like... Because the whole thing is that each area has a different cult. Like, this is the cult of radiation. Night Elves have the cult of the vulture. I don't know what the ore control area was. I know it's a cult, though. But what were they worshipping? The masks, I think? They were like voodoo masks. So it could have just been that. Blood Elves, where did they spawn? Because the Blood Elf and Draenei area are closed. Draenei go to Night Elves. Blood Elves go to... They don't go with orcs. They go with undead. Undead didn't have a cult. They had like a mansion. Okay, I guess I don't have to kill that elite unless I'm already on that quest and he's just below me or something. Nope. Nope, I do not have that. Alright, and my disguise is off. Goblin Ambassador. That was from that rocket. Alright, the copper respawned here, so I'll get this. So the one-handed... Well, I didn't see the sword. The sword might have done more damage, because the one-handed mace did, like, 3 damage per second. So I don't even get the scroll benefits.
Can I help you?
We found her.
Goodbye for now.
Slay Rockdraw Raiders. The other end of the tunnel. Yep.
Need assistance?
Felix, you get your
have a
stuff
great day
back.
now.
And then Miss Lady.
Interestiana pint.
Finish that quest, so I get the cloak. Oh, such a huge improvement. Crate of inn supplies.
You got my attention.
Yep. So that's good. A piece of advice before you head out. If you arrive, it's best to give it a minute.
Great to meet you.
Alright. Vendor all this stuff. And not you. Wrong thing. Heavy linen bandages, gauntlets, belt, pants. We'll do axe and short sword because they're 50 each. Ooh. We'll smelt 10 and then I don't need either of those. I don't have light leather. I need the smelt bronze, but I think we're good right now. And I did hit level 7, but there's nothing new. Alright, so this isn't a forge. My anvil's up, though, so I can use that. I only got the one. We're going to go here, and we're going to do 2 more rough grinding stones. Gauntlets. And I don't have enough for the belt. But the champion's mind, strength, and intellect. That's pretty good. It's gonna vend for 19. No, 19. Well, we're gonna go off the next town. Oh, more copper. Hold on. If I get enough, I'll run back in and make the belt too. The pants would be better, but I can't use them yet anyway. I only need one more. Yeah. We make that. The pants will be very good too. When I get to town, I can buy the fine thread from a general vendor. And I can get more ore. So we're going to smelt 2 more bars. We're going to make the belt. Which I'll put on so I can sell those. So I'll get 38. Let's go to here. No. We'll go here.
What's on your mind? Keep your feet on the ground.
All right. I am all set to go. I'm gonna drop this quest. Actually, no, that's a turn in. So hold on. Maybe I will do that. your spells. Visit an innkeeper.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, those won't work. Man, it's almost 11. Let me turn in this quest. I don't think I'm going to do the other troll stuff here. Although it is free XP. It's just so dangerous, man. I get so so frightened. I'm gonna take a big swig while I mull this one over. I don't like seeing my character move when I gulp. I know I said that earlier in the stream, but I get very self-conscious about that. And I'm not gonna turn my mic off just to take a swig. There's 4 copper, 6 copper, 11 copper, 14 copper, 15 copper. I think it's 1 copper each, yeah.
Well met.
Ooh. And I've not collected this. So now I have that.
Be good.
Alright, and then that gives me a shield or a staff. And then you.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, you're the one that it's take it back. Okay, and I'm gonna get 20 copper out of this, which will get me to 2 silver, so I can buy, the smelt bronze. These guys are not leveling up with me because I turned that off, and I think that was the right choice. So yeah, doing the troll cave might be pretty easy then, because they're not gonna be the same level as me. And then I'm just collecting logs until I can turn them into planks to get some more free experience. What's up, Onion Hat? How's it going, man? When did you send that? You just sent that. I thought I missed your message or something. How have you been? It's been a minute.
Hi. See you soon.
See you soon. Bring the mug back.
Off with you. What can I do for you?
You can buy that stuff from me. And then I will buy smelt bronze. Still can't buy that stuff. The Ironman challenge is I cannot use the mail, so I can't get items through the mail. I can't use the auction house, so I can't buy items. I can't trade with other players. I can't party with other players. I can't be helped in any way by other players. I sound different. Let me get a little closer to the microphone. If I'm fighting something and a player tries to fight that same thing, it will say like invalid target. They can't do anything. Even if they use like AoE spells, it won't work. They can't heal me if I'm fighting something, and the vice versa. I can't help them and like in any way. It gives me the same error message. And I have 1 life, so if I die, I lose the challenge. My character is not deleted on death. I simply lose the challenge, and I can't get the reward. So this stupid buff that I have on me, this steadfast adventurer is going solo and only has 1 life, and has only 1 life. The reward for this is a very cool mount. So I'm going for cool kid points. I've never done one of these challenges before, and not given up. I tried the challenge before. It was a different one though, so there's different challenges too. This is actually the easiest one. This and there's also Survivalist, which is this, but you're allowed to party up with other people who are also doing Survivalist, which is pretty cool. There's Nightmare, which is you take 500% more damage, which is crazy, is also considered an easy challenge, because that one you have unlimited lives, I believe. There are other versions of it where it does get harder, and you have less lives. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm going to try to make it. I need to get to the cave. It's this way. I am level 7, and I need to get to level 60. So from level 1 to 60, I'm on my own, and I need to not die. I can only start the challenge also if I have not gained experience or interacted with anything. If I attempt to, it gives me an error message and says, oops, you can't do it. So, yeah. There's no way to cheese this. I can help this person because they have not attacked this thing yet. But if they had attacked that, it would not let me attack it. Alright, this is where I gotta be careful, because I don't want to pull too many mobs. We're gonna sneak over here. We gotta be a little sneaky, Charlie. We gotta be a little sneaky. I gotta watch this one behind him. Might get aggro. Alright. No, this game is very not easy. I die all the time on my main character, which is, like, not a big deal, because sometimes I do it on purpose, because it's just like, it's whatever. But this, it's like, I need to be careful. I need to I need to work with, like, what I have. This cave is usually full of trolls, so I guess someone's running through here right now. So that's lucky. Yeah, someone right there. And I can't help them. I can't heal them, but I can attack this one because they have not attacked it yet. So that's how I will help them. And it drops a green chest, which is better than what I'm using other than the armor, but the stat is what matters. Oof. Do I need to get over there? I do. I need to kill Grick near the cold. This game is hard. I started the stream off on my main character, Zudi, and I'm only level 43. I think I got him to 44, so I'm getting there, but it gets to a point where it's like the leveling gets kind of slow. Oh wow, I killed the thing hella fast. I need to not pull all of those mobs, so we are taking a big step back. We are taking a big step back. We need to get out of line of sight. What the heck? WoW doesn't look like the CG trailers. I know, man. Don't let it fool you. That Mist of Pandaria trailer is still amazing. And that might be... I don't know about the other expansions after Mists, because there's no way in hell I'm ever playing them. But that made Mist of Pandaria look amazing. And it was not. It was very bad. Is there... There is. There's a world forged item up there. I must have it. It's probably a ring. Or a necklace or something. We are using a very skilled trick, because all of these caves are the same, pretty much. Come on, it's so tiny I can't right-click it. Ooh, a blue item. 1 stam and 1 spirit. Spirit's not going to help me too much, but I will take that plus 1 stam. Thank you kindly. Alright, I need to wait for this guy to respawn. So I'm going to clear some of these out. And now I can melee you. The best CG, and it chokes me up every time. And we watched it last time. Now I remember this. Me and you watched a bunch of the CGI stuff. There's that Lucky Charms person again. They're waiting here, just like me. The battle for Azeroth chokes me up every time. And she's laughing again. She was laughing all the time before. That battle for Azeroth thing, when Lady Sylvanas, Dark Lady, watch over you, when she... Ooh, tag him, got him. Got his ass. When she screamed for the Horde in that trailer, I peed my pants in a good way, in a manly way. It, like, legitimately chokes me up. I've got, like, this Horde flag in my office at work, too. And every time I look up at it, I'm just like, hell yeah, for the Horde. From the womb to the tomb, I am a member of the Horde. Yeah. Yeah, who would have known that the game looks like it was made in 2003? Alright. Do not pull. Do not redeem. Do not pass go. Alright. We gotta be sneaky. We gotta be sneaky, Charlie. We gotta be sneaky. We gotta be not reckless, Charlie. That's what we gotta do. What are some of the other trailers that I've seen? The whatever the expansion was, Warlords of Draenor, the one that's right after Mists of Pandaria. That trailer was pretty sick too. Because does this always... Okay, it doesn't always have 20. Because that has like Gul'dan and stuff in it, and it looked sick. Although I heard it was like, even from people that liked the dog shit that was Cataclysm and Mists, people were like, yeah, Warlords was really bad. And it's like, oh, really now, oh, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with it. I love TBC, but TBC is also like where you start to see the writing on the wall. And I know we talked about this last time too, so I'll just give like my spark notes on it. But like the discrepancy between, and I'm probably using the wrong word, I don't think discrepancy is right, but whatever. But the difference between stats from vanilla to TBC is astronomical. In like it's awful. You go from vanilla where it's like, oh, you have like a +7 and a +5 in these two good stats that you need, and it's on like a purple item that you got from a dungeon, and you had to fight for it, and you had to do a raid, and it took you months to get this, and you collect dragon kill points. Like this weird currency that your guild was using. Like you had to basically wait in line to get this item, to get a chance to have it. And you finally get it. You spend 3 months getting this one piece of gear, and you're like, oh my god, this is so awesome. Like it does feel great. It feels exhilarating. And then TBC comes out and you walk through the portal, and the very first trash mob you kill drops a green item that has +20 in every stat. And I remember walking through and that literally happening to me. I remember killing a boar and getting an item that was just vastly superior to anything that I had from Naxxramas, or it's not Naxxramas, it's just Nax, Naxxramas or whatever it's called, which was the last dungeon of vanilla, and being pissed, being like, well, what was this all for? And that's when I stopped raiding. It was bad. But otherwise, TBC is great. I loved everything else about it, other than like it is one of those things where it's like, yeah, by the time you get to level I think 55, you can go through the portal. There's no reason to remain on Azeroth. You just go to the Outlands and you level up there. There's so much copper here, I can't leave yet. I have to get this copper. Yeah, it's a shame because that doesn't need to be the case. Like, it could have been a gradual, like, slight increase. Like, what it really should have been was, if you did Nax and, you had all this end game gear. Like, it really should have been that, like, you're good until you start doing dungeons that are level 65. It should not be that the first trash mob green item you get is vastly superior. Like, that was, like, such an insult. And they, from what I heard, they eventually fixed it, because by the time Mists of Pandaria came out, it was, like, insane. Like, items had plus 100 for, like, multiple stats on single items, and it became unrealistic. So I don't know what expansion it was, but they did. What quest is that? Hold on, did I miss something? But they crunched all of, oh, just the beginner book. They crunched all of the stats. They made everything smaller, and then they also, like, changed the levels in some way, where it was like they halved everyone's levels. Something stupid where it's like, you could have avoided this. Oh, I can get my mount. You could have avoided this so long ago. Because I'm not saying that they should have fixed it in TBC. Like, they shouldn't have gone back and fixed it midway through TBC. But they could have, like, done some effort going into Wrath, which they kind of did. Because I don't remember leaving Outlands and going to fucking Northrend and being like, oh, this item is so much better than what I just had. Like, I remember being like, it's okay. Like, it wasn't like a huge change like it was before. I think that Ascension WoW covers that pretty well, because they add a bunch of custom items to the game, and they feel like they fit in perfectly. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's just like, it gives you other options. It's like, oh, here you go. Here's an item that has armor piercing, which, like, you would never see at this low of a level. Or here's an item that gives expertise. Again, a stat you would not see at a low level. It's just, like, interesting to me. Like, a blue ring with a +1 stamina, +1 spirit. Normally, rings you wouldn't get until, like, in vanilla, you would not get rings until, it probably was, like, level 15. I want to say 20, but I think 15's good. Here I'm going to get a necklace. 2 spirit, 2 in, 1 spirit. Perfect. Like, nothing crazy. It fits in perfectly. And it gives me, like, options to do different things. Thank you. I don't like talking, though, because I start coughing. I think it's because I don't talk enough. Ooh. A bag. I have unlimited 22 slot bags, so I'm good. All right. Do I not need to kill these? I do need to kill these. What the heck? Can I not do this quest? Hold on. Oh, it's because someone already came through here and killed these guys. Oh, you know what? Because I don't have things scaling, these quests are going to go gray. That's going to keep me on the straight and narrow, though. That's going to make me focus more on, like, moving forward, which I'm okay with. Because on my main, I'm just kind of doing everything. I didn't leave the Barrens until, like, level almost 30, I think. And on the main Ascension server, the one server, Area 52, I leveled nearly to 60 in just the Barrens, which was insane. I'm going to go get a free mount. Frost Whiskers. Oh, I want to kill you, dude. You're rare, dude. You're a rare, dude. Help. Oh. Oh. This guy's helping me. This NPC's helping me. Hold on. Hold on. Did we do this, chat? Chat, are we cooking? Because those guys can't help me. I just remembered, because I'm doing the challenge, they can't help me. But this level 57 is just going to auto-attack this thing. I'm going to get a ton of experience, because this thing is an elite rare, and then I'm going to get whatever cool item it drops. We did it. We broke the game. Also, I've never seen this model before. It looks pretty cool. I would get a hunter pet for that. This thing might drop the whistle for it, which would be awesome. Nice. Chill Fang collar. Not something I need because I don't use Agi, but that is a good item. So nothing I needed. Guy just sharing a URL in chat. No, the Horde is not evil. The Horde is way more the good guys than the Alliance is. But, like, there really isn't good or bad because the Horde does have a lot of bad guys, but the Alliance also has a lot of bad guys. And a lot of good guys. It's very complicated. Much like real life, which is why I love World of Warcraft. It's why I like Warcraft in general. What is your opinion on mounts? Very needed. Because walking around or just using flight paths or being stuck waiting for Hearthstones to cool down is a pain. It's also like... it gives like collectors something to go for. Like I have mounts on this character already because mounts are shared across all characters on the realm. So like I have mounts. I can't use them until I have the mount training skill though. But it's cool to have something where it's like, oh, that looks unique. That's like, this is my favorite one. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna want for this guy. So far I have every one of my characters has like, I just use one mount on them. Maybe the Shore Glider, that'd be interesting. Maybe the War Strider. I don't think anyone's using that. The Mystic Runesaber, I think my Hunter's using. No one's using the hand either. No one's using the giant tornado thing also. Or the camel. The Black Warwolf, my gnome is using. No one's using the Rafter. The Kodo, I could use the Kodo. Or the bear. The bear would be... pretty fitting for a dwarf. The Kodo would be sick, though. Kodo or Raptor? I love the Raptors in this game. Yeah, I think mounts are awesome. I don't have this appearance in my collection, but I cannot equip a gun. Alright, I do want to get to the next town. It is 11 o'clock. I want to run over here on my main character and see if I can tame those elementals. Because if I can, that will be my next pet. Because shamans in this can tame elementals permanently as pets, like how hunters can have beasts as pets. Having to, like, turn my head and cough every couple of minutes sucks. And I gotta get real close to the microphone. There's this dude down here. Old Fendrick the Crazed. I still don't know what he does. He might have, like, unique dialogue that if I stand around enough. But he's got, do not come closer. I've gone down there and he doesn't do anything. I thought he'd, like, attack me. Are there class exclusive quests? Yes. I mean, there are in the main game. Are they on this? Not on the other, on the classless Ascension server, no. But this isn't classless. This is the original 9 classes. So I'm stuck playing a paladin. Like I can't mix and choose.
See you soon.
Yeah, there has to be because there's the Warlock mount quest. There's the Paladin mount quest. Shamans get totems. Like, you can't just do the totem quests on any of these characters. So, yeah, there's class-specific ones. The warrior one for the whirlwind weapon.
Great to meet.
Priests, I think, get custom quests for different spells.
What's happening?
Oh, choose a reward. 17. These sell for 18.
Well met.
Make this in your home. Complete that quest.
What can I get for you today?
Rhapsody Malt I need for the Craig Boars, but so I'm just gonna hold on to that. So this can go down here. So this blue necklace I might as well sell because I can't mail it to any of my characters. Slash kiss. Get these preserved holly. Cause it's the season for the reason. The reason for the bleezin'. Ooh. I should not be able to train those. There we go. Rank up my abilities. Purify, Hammer of Justice, 1 silver. So let's go to you. I want to browse. We're going to sell all these items. Sell all these items. The merchant doesn't want this. Well, I don't want it either. Hammer of Justice. And then my book. We're going to level that all up. 12 million peak, never forget. Never forgetty spaghetti. It's insane that they don't release numbers anymore. They just literally gave up because they know that like that many people aren't playing anymore.
I have the finest wires in the land.
And then they come out with like the classic servers, and then they manage to fuck those up again too, which is insane to me. Insane to me. You literally just need to have a vanilla server, and you can't even do that right. That's crazy. This is why people play private servers. I feel like once someone understands that private servers are a thing for most games, they don't see a reason to return to the original game. Like, if there was a private server for the other MMO that I really liked, Rifts, I'd play on that. As long as it's, like, pre the game going free to play, because that's when the game... I did not like... I didn't like taking a break and then coming back to the game and being like, oh, this is not a good game anymore. That was very disheartening.
Keep your feet on what can I do for you? Interest you on a pint?
Let's see.
What's your bet? The finest wares in the land.
The finest wires in the land. All right, I need fine thread. The finest wires.
You got my attention.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. I mean, like, Warcraft 3 still did numbers, but they probably thought, like, we'll probably get, like, 3/4 of the people who played Warcraft 3. They did not think it was going to become like this. Is there not a general supplies here? Oh, you know what? It's the book out here. Yeah, they could never have known. And then World of Warcraft literally became like the game to beat. Wow, it's fine thread. It's not even coarse thread. He might not sell it. He does not sell it. That's interesting. And then we're going to go to cooking. And we're going to make a campfire. And we're going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. That's why most new MMOs are just free to play. Because they can't afford it. Like, it's... They just rely on microtransactions. And it's like, I don't blame them. When I was dabbling with, like, opening a private server for WoW, I was thinking about, like, the cost to run the server and maintain it. And I was really thinking, like, yeah, we could just have, like, customizable, like, cosmetics, or cosmetic items for players and stuff like that. And this was back in, like, 2009 that I was thinking about this. And it just, I never got good with learning how to code. I just kind of gave up. And then there was, like, a lot of drama that happened, too, with the people I was playing with at the time. And all of that drama I've completely forgotten. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I remember like fighting with these people and I don't remember why. So it's like one of those things where it's like, it was probably over something stupid.
What's on your mind?
And probably something stupid and my fault. So we leave it at that. But yeah, any MMO would kill to have these numbers, or to have those numbers. I like, private servers don't even get millions of players. They could. Ascension WoW easily could get millions of players. Easily. I think it would be fucking amazing to get that many players. And then I know that, like, somehow legally they are protected. I don't know how, but somehow they are fine, which is kind of crazy to me. I think it has to do with, like, the servers are, like, not in the US. They're in, like, some other country that doesn't have copyright laws. Log out. All right, I'm gonna go on my main character and see if I can tame those elementals. What is my favorite WoW meme? Probably the one where the guy died in real life, and his brother went on to his main account and was like, "Hey everybody," he like posted on the official WoW forums. He was like, "Hey everybody, I just want to let you guys know that like so and so died, and he was a huge part of the community, and blah 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 blah, and like some of you might know me, and like we're gonna retire his character, and we're gonna have like a funeral and like in game for him and stuff like that." And the very first comment is, what did he drop when he died? What loot did he drop? Amazing. That is like the best thing ever. And it's probably something that his brother would have loved. Like that is an insane joke to say. And to be the first comment before anybody like jumped in there and was like RIP. Like crazy. Like had that bullet in the chamber, ready to go. Insane. These gnolls are so cool. Ooh, there's an item over there. Rot hide supplies. Alright, so this is my main character, so I'm not doing Ironman on this guy. So like you can see I don't have the debuff here. I'm gonna how do I get to the dwarf starting zone easily? What's the best way to do that? I'm just thinking about this in my head. I can TP to Booty Bay, and then I need to go north from there. Alright, I'm not going to do the rest of this quest. I just wanted to get rid of that item from my inventory. Rawhide harness. Okay. Let me check the map. Dunmarrogue is down there. Wetlands is there. Oh, you know what? I can go to Hills. Oh, it's going to be such a long... There has to be a quicker way. Searing Gorge? No, I can't go through there. I'm too low level. That might be it. Is that I go to Hills. I can swim through the water here. I actually have I'm gonna go to Hills right now. I have the item that I can walk on water, so this is gonna make it a little bit easier at least. Yeah, that might be my favorite meme. Leroy Jenkins is a classic too. Oh, and I have a return quest here too. That's just classico. It's not one of those things where it's like I'll like will fall over laughing at anymore, obviously, because it's so old and done. But it is still very funny, and it was obviously staged, which I'm totally fine with. It was. I mean, comedians have TV shows and they're funny. That's right. We had to use back in my day. We had to use one of the add-ons that we had. What was the one with the maps? And it showed you all the items. Was it Loot On or something like that? Why does that sound right? But why do I think it begins with an A? Oh, Atlas. That's what it was. We had to use Atlas, and it wouldn't show you where you were on the map, too. You just had to, like, pretty much guess. Like, I guess I'm here. Like that looks okay. That looks right. Atlas Loot it was. Alright, and then we're going to put down my Realm Bank. And my Realm Bank is very full. So we're going to do our best in sorting these. I'm going to put those in there. This guy's using my book. I will slash bow to him and thank him.
Thanks.
And then I will summon my bank. So much convenience. Get the fish oil that I need for water walking. Might as well get the gills too, the scales too, for underwater breathing. Although I don't think I'm gonna use it, but I've got so much inventory space because I got 30 slot bags. Oh, I got mail too. What I got mail from? Great Father Winter. Thanks, Great Father Winter. Change yourself into something more befitting. Requires a snowball to use. Nice. Winter Veiled Disguise Kit. Alright, this can go into my bank. Nice. Free food. God blesses everyone. Oh, and I have a quest to turn in.
Strength and honor.
There's the necklace. Ooh, what looks better? Those or the boots? The boots look pretty cool. Even though I'm a troll, so you don't see the full boot. But I like the black and orange. We'll take that. Get that in my appearance catalog. Talk to you again. Sell those boots. I will keep this food on me. Actually, I'll sell this stuff. I'll keep the fruitcake because, is it fruitcake? Yeah, fruitcake, because I can't sell it. And then let's switch over to that book. You could draw the maps if you wanted to. Like the way it worked was like you opened up Atlas Loot and it was like it showed you a very rough estimate of what the dungeon looked like. And then like you had to be like, okay, it shows like this here and that's probably where we are. Like you don't have like your little character moving on the map. But Atlas Loot also showed you, it was originally I think it was probably originally 4 maps. I think it was Atlas to show maps, and then Atlas Loot to show the loot that like mobs dropped in the world, and then it allowed you to link it so that you could share loot. And it would get out of hand sometimes because another good old meme was there was an item, and I feel like I definitely brought this up last time I streamed and you were here. There was an item in the game called the Nicker. Like, it would nick you, because it was a razor blade, so it was called the Nicker. Like, oh, it nicked me. And people would link it in chat as, like, a substitution for the N-word. Very funny. So funny that Blizzard had to step in and change the name of the item so people would stop doing that. Which makes it even funnier. What's this? What's this? Oh, it's diorite. Classic's final raid is Nax. That's right. I remember the lead up to Nax. It was incredible. I remember the lead up to Encourage AQ. Amazing. That was the best because they had the donation, like the war effort donations, and like you could trade in stuff, and then you get random items. That seemed, and there was like a little thermometer bar that would like go up basically, where it was like, oh, we almost have enough war rations for this, and then we're gonna switch over to another item that you need to donate. Such a cool thing. And then there would be like an AQ evasion event where it was like, I remember being in the Barrens and one started, and I killed like this Anubis statue that had like got summoned, and it dropped a blue item that was like level 19 or something. I can't remember what it was. Something that was really good. And I saved it and gave it to my twink because I was level 60 at the time. And then me and my guild, we did the Gong quest, so that we could get the I don't even know how to call, how you call those bugs. I know they're like QIRAI, Quarry. We got one of those mounts though. If you rung the gong. Yeah, exactly. They really did pull a George Lucas. It was like, no, we have to digitally enhance the new version of the game. We have to remove the classic effects that people love to add in shitty CGI. We need to have Han Solo step on Jabba the Hutt's tail. We need to have it. It was integral to the story. That interview, well, not interview, but that documentary about the making of Episode 1, the scene where George Lucas watches Episode 1 for the first time and doesn't know what to say, and the whole room looks at him, and he goes, I may have gone too far in some places. And it was just like, it was too late. They were like, we have to, this is the movie. We can't delay it. So funny. I think that humbled him a lot in many ways. And then, obviously, he went on and still was like remaking and re-editing like what the old stuff looked like, and it's like, we just want the original. We don't need like a 4K Blu-ray version. I think I can use Ghost Wolf. No, you know what? I don't think I can. I should be able to cast spells though. I don't want to use Ghost Wolf because it still costs fish oil, which is dumb. I don't think that the water walking and water breathing should have regents, but it kind of makes sense as a shaman because it's supposed to be that it's like, oh, you use items to cast spells, so that's pretty cool. But then, like, you know what also is cool is that warlocks also get water breathing, and there's nothing tied to it other than it costs them mana, and I'm pretty sure it's unlimited. Like, they could just keep casting it. They don't get water walking though, but Death Knights get Frost Walk, which is basically water walking, and they can use their mount with it. You can't use your mount when you're using the shaman version. Any damage will cancel the effect. Before I get to shore, I'm going to see if I can use Ghost Wolf, because that is useful knowledge that I probably already have and have forgotten. Oh, I entered a new zone. Sometimes it happens because I think every zone is like instanced differently, on this server at least. So it's like you'll do like a loading effect, which is like your character kneels down like you just opened a chest, and it's like, oh. All right, so we're gonna get to wetlands, and then we're gonna go up through Dun Algaz, which will take us up here, and then we'll run all the way down to Cold Ridge Valley. I guess that is the fastest way. That's crazy. I also want to go to... I went to the Dancing Troll Village today on Zudi, and nothing happened. I really thought that there'd be something custom there, and there wasn't, and it made me sad. I could go to the Dwarf Farms. I think they're right around here. Getting the Dancing Troll Village today was a little bit easier than I thought it would be. It helped that I had slow fall, but even if I didn't, I only died once, and I used the reincarnation. Alright, we're gonna see if Ghost Wolf... Ghost Wolf doesn't break it! Oh, hold on. Does mounting break it? Mounting doesn't break it. Oh, oh my god. Huge. I ran here at normal walking speed when I could have been running here at 100% mounted speed. I know taking damage is gonna break it. So that is what it is. I just want to see if I can tame these elementals. I'm not even gonna tame one. I'm gonna use elemental lore to see if I can tame it. Let's add him screaming. I want to have Luke screaming. No, I want him to scream. Because I would be screaming too. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. I mean, obviously, like, the big one is Han shot first. The biggest of the Lucas retconning the thing, which, like, so much cooler that if Han shot first. It's so much more in character for him. And they were like, no, we can't make him the bad guy. Greedo shot first, and Han's head digitally moved 2 inches to the right. We'll use a smudge brush to move his head. Just insane stuff. I'm glad that they're, I mean, this could be, it says, casting Flash of Light increases a critical strike chance of your next Holy Light by 10%. It reduces mana cost to stacks twice. Nice. I don't need to hold on to those, I found out today, too. Once I get them in my inventory and it says collected, it permanently gets added to my book. So it should be in here. Collected class Paladin. There it is. So now all of my characters have access to that. Such a cool thing. I don't need to use Mystic Extracts like crazy anymore. Lost Gray Ram. Okay, that's a quest. That's a new quest. Oh, this is new too. Oh, this is Diorite. I love that guy. I'm like new to that. That guy was doing that years ago. What is this? Oh, it's Diorite. Oh, Star Wars. I love, and this could be just a rumor, but Disney is undoing and like erasing the sequels. They're erasing episode 7, 8, and 9 because the newer content that they've been coming out with does stuff that goes against that, apparently. Very happy to hear that, because 8 was good. I've only seen it one time, and I only liked it because it's basically just A New Hope, and A New Hope's my favorite of all of the movies. I have no interest of seeing it again. Maybe like just out of like, just to see if I really do hate it. I wouldn't say I hate it. It's definitely, on a rewatch, it's probably going to end up still being like a 6 out of 10. So it's like, yeah, it's good. It has a lot of good ideas, I will say. I was very interested in seeing a stormtrooper have force powers and become a Jedi. But no, they didn't do that. Because you can't do that. Because China watches Star Wars. Because China buys so many movie tickets. We can't have a black main character in our movie that goes to China. No, they don't like that. We have to shrink him on the poster. No, instead have this boring, non-character growth female lead who is a Mary Sue and gets everything she ever wanted and didn't deserve. 9 might be the biggest piece of shit ever. I've never wanted a refund for a movie more than I did when I saw that, and I pirated it, and I still wanted money back. I felt so betrayed. I was falling asleep watching that movie. It was dog shit. To the point where, like, I finally watched 9, and 8 was so bad that it didn't matter. It didn't matter. 8 was so bad that 9 was equally... Not equally as bad. It was not equally as bad. It was very bad. I hated it. I hated it so much. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I'm only level 30. All right, let me run until I get out of combat. Yeah, I heard from a very reliable source that they are quietly like retconning the 8-9 and 7-8-9, which is amazing because they didn't need to exist too. Like, let's be real, they did not need to exist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The 1 through 6, it's perfect. It ties up everything nicely with a bow. There is no reason. There's a reason to continue those characters' stories, maybe as like some kind of spin-off or like character study type thing where it's like we'll follow this character for something. That would be interesting. It's what they kind of did with some of the books. There was no reason to make 7, 8, 9. No reason at all. Other than money. And even then, I don't think it made enough money back. More than it definitely didn't make more than it cost. I'm almost certain of that. I might be speaking on my ass. Yeah, somehow Palpatine returned. Somehow he's back, and he's more feeble and decrepit than ever. They could have easily done... They could have, word for word, done the Thrawn books, and you would not have pissed the original fans off. You would have introduced still new content to audiences, and you would have still made a ton of money. I don't know if it was like one of those things where it's like, well, it's a rights issue because somebody else owns that. Interesting. Swim speed 15%. I don't think I'll ever need this, but I will keep it. I could easily see it being a rights issue because I don't think those books, those stories were like they were given the okay by Lucas, but it wasn't like it wasn't in the umbrella of like, oh, this is stuff that you got with when you bought the franchise. Yeah, no one's really ever gone. Think about it. Instead of making a new villain or a new hero, let's just bring him back. Let's just do it. Just bring him back. Have this character sacrifice himself for the greater good in this amazing story, and it's heartwarming. And then guess what? Next scene, he's back. He didn't die. Totally doesn't belittle the sacrifice that was just made. I'm not even talking about Star Wars at this point. I'm talking about One Piece now with something like that. With Pell which like that still confused me. I think Oda literally did that because 9/11 happened when that chapter released, but I don't know. I don't think he would have cared. It wasn't like One Piece was releasing in America when that chapter came out. It seemed like maybe he's like, I'm gonna do something more with this character, so I can't just kill him off. But it was a sick sacrifice, and then it's just kind of like, oh, he's literally alive in the next chapter. They do. I did not watch Ahsoka. I have no. That's the thing. I have no interest. It's ogre. It's never been more ogre. These guys are all level 30. Okay, cool. I was hoping these guys weren't like level 50 or something. That's the worst thing that they could have done, was that I don't care anymore. Is they pushed me away so much from a franchise that I loved, that even when they introduce things that I would probably enjoy, I don't care, because I realize that I don't need to purchase it. I don't need to waste my time, which is more important than money. I don't need to spend a couple of hours watching it when I can literally do anything else. And I think that is worse than the millions, the hundreds of millions of dollars that they lost, is that you're losing fans who would have been absolutely ride or die. But no, instead you get these weird Marvel fans who soy jack the entire time and have their mouths on Disney's gaping asshole as they shit out just the worst content imaginable. It's just the whole thing baffles me. But it is interesting that like so many people are waking up to this, because like I haven't cared about a lot of this stuff for a while now. Like I think I literally watched the Star Wars films as they came out in theaters, but I torrented them. And then I watched the cartoons, and I loved the cartoons. The cartoons were so great. Dude, Bad Batch, amazing. Mandalorian, even though it wasn't a cartoon, also very good. And I know people shit on Season 3. It did not bother me at all. I think Season 3 was awesome. I can see why it bothers people. Doesn't bother me. Okay, these guys are skull levels for me. And I don't know what graveyard I'll come to. Although I do have onks on me, so I can res. Oh my god, I forgot that even happened. How disgusting that was. The Acolyte was literally written as, like, somebody's disgusting erotic fan fiction. Like, get that out of here. Like, this is not what Star Wars is about. Like, it's so disgusting. And then she just uses, like, the victim card of, like, oh, I'm a woman and I'm a lesbian and you guys just hate me because I'm a lesbian or whatever. And it's like, no, we hate you because you're a terrible person and you wrote a terrible story. Simple as that. We also don't hate you. Like, that's the other thing, is that it's always like that they think we hate you. And it's like, no, like, you just are a bad writer. We hate you, actually, because that you talk so much shit about the fans. That's your problem. That's when it's like, okay, it's acceptable to hate you because you hate us. We didn't do anything. Yeah, it did have the Dathomir witches. And, but, like, that made sense, too, because the Dathomir witches... Is this guy going to attack me? He's not. Okay, here's the moment of truth. I need to see if I can get into this area. Or is it going to say, no, you need to have a costume, which I can't. Okay, cool. Let me in. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Cannot be tamed. All right. Let's go to... Oh! Hold on. I need to get to the very far back. I wonder if there's another way I can get in there. Maybe it's because I was on my mount that it let me in. Interesting. Yes, shallow and pedantic. You don't like the witches? You don't like the because the Sith witches are... Ooh, excuse me. Ventress was a Sith witch, wasn't she? And, I'm almost certain she is. And it never bothered me, the Sith witch. It makes sense. Like, it makes sense that there'd be, like, some, like, creepy witch thing. But, like, the thing is also is, like, the witches weren't doing what they did in the Acolyte. Like, that was, hold on. I'm not gonna look at chat, even though it's just you. And maybe some lurkers. I'm trying to think who the Mun Sith is that trained Palpatine. Darth Plagueis. It was Darth Plagueis' idea to basically have the Force make a Jesus baby. Wow, I was hanging off that forever. That was weird. All right, let me see if I can tame this thing. Can't be tamed. All right, well, I know now that they can't be tamed, which means they don't have whistles. Are there other elementals around here? You know what? I'm gonna go to Ironforge Airport. For goodness sake. I will always have this trinket, although the 30-minute cooldown is a pain. Return the slab. Ooh. Hello, big boy. No contain. I don't like it. I mean, I definitely did not like the direction that they went in the Acolyte. I think that was 100% like a fabrication of what the witches actually were. The witches just kept to themselves. They were like basically like backwater hillbillies. I liked that they that's the story of where Darth Maul came from, was that he was like, they basically like take the men and then like molest them with Sith powers and make them like into like hateful creatures and stuff. And I was like, that's pretty dope. And then they like burn them with tattoos and stuff. And then we meet Maul's brother, who I don't know what his name was. I can't remember his name. Hold on. Is it with a B? Hold on. Because now I'm stuck on Paul. Paul Blart. But he wasn't Paul Blart. He wasn't Paul Walker either. And I'm not pulling up pirate software and looking up in a different window and pretending that, ooh, well, if I think about it hard enough, while I go through second puberty, I think about it hard enough. I'm stuck on Barriss Ophi, and Barriss is the green-skinned Jedi chick. All right, these guys are question mark. I gotta run. And I gotta jump here. I might need slow fall again, which is gonna suck. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't need to go this way. I can go up this hill. Whoa.
Come on.
Target is tapped. Oh, it's Savage. Did you say it in chat? You did not say it in chat. Savage O'Priest. It took me being a savage in World of Warcraft to remember But I think they pronounced it Sauvage. Sauvage Opris. Because I knew he wasn't Darth. I know his last name wasn't like... Well, Darth Maul's name's not Darth Maul. Just like how Palpatine is... Oh, hello there. Frozen man. Icy veins. I don't think I have a mage yet. But I think I've done every race. I have a Draenei. I have a human. I have a dwarf. We're just playing on him. I have a gnome. I have a night elf. No, do I have a night elf? I might not. I don't think I have a night elf. Because Draenei start in the night elf starting zone in this. Interesting. Bitty interesting. But I'm going to end things with getting to Ironforge Airport. One of these hills I can go up. I'm a member. I'm a member. One of these hills. Oh my god, it's almost midnight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my good golly gumdrops. Damn, that Blessing of Kings that guy gave me back in Tarn Mill, which lasts 30 minutes, just expired. That's crazy. I'll survive this. Hold on. Can I kill this dwarf child? I cannot. Not that I would. Dwarves are pretty cool, even though trolls do not like dwarves, and vice versa. I do like going up to dwarf players and being like, ha ha ha, dwarf. Dwarf is dwarf. I think I'm way past. No, I'm at the base of Ironforge Airport. I think I'm all alone in chat. I am all alone. 'Cause I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My troubles all are gone. There's no one to derive me. But you gotta have friends. Stop singing. Man, I'm so looking forward to... Maybe I just ended here because I can't remember. I can't remember. I know it's one of these slopes. You can just like wall walk all the way up to Ironforge Airport. And there's probably nothing up there. Which would be not surprising. Hold on. Hold up. I'm so close. I'm so close, dude. I'm so close, bruh. I don't even think I get to it over there. I don't want to look up a video right now because I don't think I care enough, but I kind of do. Let's look this up. Ironforge Airport videos. I will only trust. 2010. It was still Cataclysm. Oh. Here we go. 2009. So this would be Wrath. Oh, they're already there. Hold on. How do you get to? How to get to Iron Forge Airport. Here we go. 15 years ago.
Hello, I'm going to be...
Alright, I don't need to hear you. Alright. Cross the bridge. Misty Pine Refuge. Okay, the dude from the, Okay, back where I got that ring. Oh, can you just walk right? What? Hold on, how did you do that? He's a mage. He's not using blink, is he? Oh my god, dude, you can literally walk right up there. I remember this being like hard wall walks. Okay. Okay. It come with egg wall. Egg wall. Alright, so I gotta go back. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this. Pizzity pause. I gotta go all the way back. Gotta go all the way back. Gotta go all the way to work. Can I make it back there in 4 minutes? I would like to get off at midnight. So I can count down to the new year. Could old acquaintance be forgot and never come to mind? Could old acquaintance be forgot in days of old lang syne? Why does this look like why does it look like the most walkable wall ever? Come on, man. Back in the day when we was wall walking. When we was wall walking. No more. They took that away. You could literally like walk up 90-degree angle walls. It was crazy. Alright, there's the ranch. It's gonna be here though. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. Never mind. 2 minutes. Dead for hurt. Here we are. Father Gavin with the Argent Dawn. Alright, so he went this way. Okay, let me go back to the video. Alright, hold on. So he goes to the left of Father Gavin. He goes up this way. Aha. Aha, there it is. Softly, softly, catchy monkey. Oh.
Hey there.
So I'm at this spot. And then... That's crazy that I run into somebody who's also trying to do this. I'm just watching the video. It literally... Is it just keep jumping? Oh.
Das Dingo.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Of like all the things that I could have ran into, another person doing this is kind of insane. A true wall walking warrior. In the video, this guy's still jumping at the wall. It really takes that much. He disappeared. But he was still cheering me on. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe that guy was not real. Because he was named Dreamathon. I just did it. Oh, it worked. Oh my god. Amazing. Thank you, Dreamathon. That's crazy. That was definitely a ghost. That was a little gremlin in the machine. Alright, and then where do I go from here? So I jumped up that. And then you walk over. I'm probably in the right spot. And then you jump up this. I think I'm literally in the right spot. Yeah. Where is he? Is he over here? He might be over here. Hold on. Let me think about this. It's definitely not that way. Yeah, he is walking over to this side. And then he just gets it. He just jumps. He jumps up and gets it. So hold on. We're gonna do the old trickaroo. Let's just slowly move the camera while holding forward and spamming jump. Slowly move the camera. Oh my god, dude, that's insane. We did it. It's 12:03. 12:03, who dat be? We did it. And there's Frostmane trolls up here. I didn't see that guy again. That's crazy. That guy was definitely a ghost. Insane that this is all up here. All right, a little question mark, question mark. I think there's a house over there. Oh. Gates there. Yep. Gonna deal a shit ton of damage to me. Yup. I'm moving. There's a rabbit up here. Those guys are question marks. No, I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm out of combat. Crazy. What a night. Oh, what a night. Late December back in 63. Oh, wow. I could go down to IF Farms. That's down this way. There's definitely nothing up here. They put trees up here, though, which is crazy. Like the trees you can chop down. And make sure I'm facing the right way. No, I think farm's up further. I think I gotta go this way. I'm so curious if there are, like, any World Forge items up here. Probably not. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's this way. So we're gonna cheat a little bit. And by cheat, I mean not cheat. I mean use a spell that my character has normally. I think it's over that way. Yep. There's the pond for it. Wait. No, I could be wrong. Yeah, no, that's too far. I'm dead. Reincarnate. Alright. Everybody gets one. I'm not waiting 9 minutes. I'm gonna go to bed. Alright. I'm sure it's over that way. But I could have sworn it was this spot, but I guess not. That's a big fall too. I'm not gonna survive that. I might survive this one. Yep. Crazy that I was walking through here earlier. found it. I found it. Iron Forge Farms. I don't think there's any question marks here. Which I think are just level 55s. This is cool. That doesn't go anywhere. What a cool site. All right, we're going to leave it here. We're going to Alt-Z. So we get this picturesque view. Look at that. This is beautiful. All right, I know nobody's here. It's just me. But thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Later.